Welcome, guys. Welcome to the Wimbledon stream. First time ever watching, and I have absolutely no clue what's going to happen, so you guys are going to have to walk me through this, but here we go. Let's switch scenes. Welcome, guys. Hope everyone is doing well. Hope everyone's doing good. You can probably hear Speedy out in the back, just because she's barking quite a lot today, but yeah, she's in one of those barking moods. I'm sure you guys that have dogs know about that. But yeah, we are going to be watching Wimbledon today. Again, don't know what's going to happen. I don't know, like, I've got the channels up. I know which channels they are, so I can access the matches. But, again, don't know when they start exactly. I know it says on the official score sheet 1 p.m., so we're going to have to wait here and see a little bit. It says that one's actually begun, which is Tarvit versus Reedy, which is on court 4. Now, I'm not too sure... again, where some of these matches will be displayed on the channels here. I know they're on BBC, which I'm, again, looking through and scrolling through just to see which ones are on where. But yeah, I'm waiting up to see any information about this. So, yeah. Currently, they're just interviewing some guys at the moment on the Wimbledon official live stream there on their BBC channel. So, we're just waiting for that one to go up. Otherwise, yes. We're going to be enjoying some Wimbledon. I'm sure it should start very soon on this BBC channel since they are covering it. And we'll have to just wait and then we can start reacting. But let's have a look at some of the matches today. So at the 1 p.m. matches, which we'll be enjoying, it's going to be Lehecka versus Delian, Bonzi versus Medvedev, Tien versus Basavaredi. We have Kopriva versus Thompson, Moller versus Tifo, Belladucci versus Crawford, and they are all the 1 p.m. matches. So yeah, it's an interesting one. We're going to just wait around and see. Of course, if you do enjoy this content, smash like, because it does help out. But yeah, we are going to be waiting to see when this reaction will begin. Okay, let's see what they're doing right now. Still interviewing. I think they're cleaning up the court, so the players are just warming up with practices there. Yeah, they're just interviewing this former British player on this stream, so we'll have to see. I don't have any audio, so I don't know what he's saying, but I'm sure it's interesting. Let's have a look at the rules of tennis while we wait. Tennis rules. Okay, in tennis, the objective is to maneuver the ball in a way the opponent cannot make a valid return, ultimately scoring points. Of course, that makes sense. A match is won by winning a predetermined number of sets, and each set is won by winning a predetermined number of games. Games are scored using the sequence love, 15, 30, 40, and game. Okay, that makes sense there. So for basic gameplay, I think it's similar to badminton. So the server must stand behind the baseline and serve the ball diagonally into the service box on the opposite side of the net. The receiver must let the serve bounce once before returning it. After the serve, players alternate hitting the ball over the net into the opponent's half of the court. And it looks like here's a game actually beginning right now. Okay, I think it's a women's single match. I think it's going to be Kartal versus Ospenko. Yes. Kartal versus Ospenko we're going to watch here. Just because it's the only match that they're displaying at the moment. So, yeah, let's have a look here and see what is going to go on there. So, there's a serve. And that just hits the net there a second time there. This is court number 3 that they are live from today. Lob serve. There's a serve over the net, and it looks like that a point is going to be won there. Again, I don't really know when the scoreboard updates. Okay, there we go. Ospenko won the points there, 15 points. So, they won that point. Now it's going to be Kartal taking the serve. Okay, so serve straight into the net. This is actually pretty poor from them. They keep hitting the net there, Kartal. They've hit it 3 times. I don't know if that's good or not. I'm assuming hitting the net is not a great thing because you want to actually hit it over to the opponent's side. They've won 15 points there. They got a nice little play on there, a nice little rally. Well, maybe it wasn't because Ostapenko just got 15 points. Okay. Must have hit out, I think. Okay, there was a nice one. And that one goes onto the net there. And 15 points are going to be awarded to... Well, it's 40 points now. Okay, I need to really get up to what this scoring means and stuff. Of course, I think I'm actually seeing Ostapenko as the further side person. Kartal's 15, so they're closer. Currently losing, even though the other person has been dreadful at serving, it looks like. Let's go. W's, Kabir. Currently, I can only watch the game they're displaying on BBC 2, which is going to be a women's single matches, of course, Kartal versus Ostapenko. I couldn't find where the men's singles are going to be displayed. Yeah, I would love to watch Mendeved, but I just don't know what channel he's on. Medevet Dev. Hi, Jasmine's Crazy Dog Day. Welcome to the stream. Hope you're doing well. Giga Chad. But yeah, if you could tell me what channel he's on, I'll watch him for sure, because don't really, you know, I'm not really interested in this one, just because, you know, you guys were recommending some specific players, and I'd love to actually go watch those guys instead. But of course, yeah, I just don't know the channel, which we can have a look. Again, I'll try and search it up. Wimbledon, Men Dev channel. Okay, let's have a look here. Currently still going on. Ostapenko's got 1 point, it looks like, as well, from that over, just based on what we're seeing here. So here we go. We can see which channel this one's going to be on. Okay. Daniel, court number 2, it's going to be on ESPN. Okay, let's see if I have access to such a thing. I don't think I do, unfortunately. Let's see. Okay. Let's try and get this one up. I'll see if I can get it up, guys. Of course, there are always workarounds. Yeah, it looks like that. Where is he? Where is he on the scoreboard here? I'm just trying to find him. His match actually hasn't begun yet, which is good. Match is not just beginning, so that's good. We're not going to miss much if we tune in later to this one. We're trying to get on it, trying to find the channel it's on. Unfortunately, they're not just all on one channel, like one set of channels. Don't know why there's a broadcaster for a different game, but I guess it makes a little bit of sense. He's world number 9. He's a hero. Alright, wow. Well, I'll be excited to watch him, you know. Also looks like that Carlos Alcaraz is looking to be, you know, getting into some action here as well. He's on the Wimbledon TV as well. So yeah, just trying to find out where we can watch him. Okay, let's have a look. So that one's fine. ESPN there. Do I have... Okay, we got something. Saralenka versus Gorf we got. He's the defending champion. Yeah, Carlos Alcaraz. Yeah, I've heard a lot about him. He's a Real Madrid fan. I've heard a lot about him. Okay, let's try and find this. I think I'm on the right thing now, which is good. Let's see, is this one? Currently, I've got one matchup. I think they're waiting for this match. I think this match hasn't begun yet, because it says on the scoreboard here it hasn't begun. So, still waiting for it, I guess. Well, it says live now. No. Kabir. Why would I know? I don't know who that is. This is now, looks like Wimbledon is going to be beginning. They're just talking about here on ESPN. So we actually do have the channel. Hopefully this is the one. I'm hoping that this is the channel here. I'm hoping. We did have some other game on before. We had, of course, the women's single. We had Kartal Ostapenko, which is 40-30 currently in terms of score. Okay, Kabir. Okay, great. I don't see them on the list here, so... Yeah, I don't know if they're playing today. Probably not. Doesn't look like it. Okay, so this is now... Yeah, they're just showing one of the replays here from one of those tennis matches. Medvedev game, still waiting for it. Okay. Don't know what they're doing on this ESPN. It's kind of weird. Oh, they're filming a victory celebration. Okay, great. So let's wait for that to finish. I don't know why we're watching a TikTok being filmed on the official ESPN account. Come on, ESPN. Let's just get to the match. Let's get to the match. Trying to watch Medvedev here. Medvedev. Let's actually look a little bit about Medvedev while we wait. Medvedev. Here we go. Let's see what he's about. So he is a Russian professional tennis player. He's been ranked as the world #1 in men's singles by the Association Tennis Professionals. 20 ATP Tour level singles titles, including the 2021 US Open, 2020 ATP Finals. Okay, interesting. Interesting. Let's go and do that. Let's see. So, yeah. Hi, Retum. Welcome to the stream. Hope you're doing well. Hope you're doing well. Yeah, we're just waiting here for Medvedev to begin. It looks like his team he's going to be beginning his game very soon because they're showing a bunch of games that are starting now. I'm hoping on the right channel here. I'm not just on some random channel where they're not showing all the games. But come on. I'm hoping. I've never watched Wimbledon before, so I don't know where I'm supposed to be looking here. You bet on him? Let's go. Okay, well, hopefully this is the channel I'm on that we can actually watch him on. I just had a little bit of research of him. 29 years old, 20 ATP Tour levels. He won a ton of different awards. #1 men's singles player previously. I'm sure he's going to have a nice day here. His game's actually started, so we're not on the right channel, this means. It means that ESPN's an absolute fraud and they've put us on the wrong channel. But yeah, so far Bonzi, his opponent is winning 15. It's not great. So unfortunately, Retum currently, Medvedev is down. But hopefully, I'm sure in tennis it's easier to get back up, when you've conceded. I don't think it's going to be too hard. I'll keep the score sheet up for you guys as well. So I'll keep updating even if I can't watch it myself. I'll just keep going. Yeah, I know, just the start, of course. I don't know too much about tennis. I'm assuming it's easy, to come back. It's now 30-0. Hi, Issa. Welcome to the stream. Hope you're doing well. We're watching some Wimbledon here. First time for everything, and this is the first time for Wimbledon. So yeah, we're going to be looking at this one. It's currently 30-0 for Bonzi against Medvedev. Okay. I was watching New Sport every day. Yeah, I mean, I'm trying to. I mean, at the moment, still, I can't find the channel to watch this on, but I'm still going to react to it. I'll react to the scores as they happen, because we got all the scores up at least, which is good. So, yeah, every time there's a new score update, then we can go and change. Currently, as well, happening in the men's singles, we have Manarino versus O'Connell. That's a 40-40 tied game, 0-0. Leka and Delian 1-1. One was the grandest stage of them all for tennis. Yeah, I do understand that. Yeah. It should be on Sky Sports. Okay, let's see. Sky Sports. Okay, hopefully it is. Also, Kopriva versus Thompson 2-1. Currently 0-0 on their 4th round. Yeah, I don't know either, to be honest. ESPN hates Dan. Yeah, I mean, I don't know why they're not showing him, to be honest. It's kind of weird. I clicked on the main ESPN one, and they're not, showing him on there. They're just showing a bunch of random girls filming a TikTok, and I don't know what that has to do with tennis, but so be it. So be it. That's what they think is tennis. Okay. Still trying to find this one. well, we can still react. Medvedev has lost his first round. It's 1-0. Bonzi's winning this one. And it's now also 1-1 Lehecka versus Delian. 15-30. I don't think they're showing it there. Doesn't matter. I'll just react to the scores. You know, I'm trying to find it. I'll keep finding it while we react to the scores here. But Bonzi's now winning again. 1-15 points. 0-0. Medvedev hasn't got a point yet. I don't know if he's just having a bad day, bad start. I don't know if this is fine in tennis, if it's already 1-15. But you guys can let me know about that. But at the moment, yeah, it is looking like Medvedev is tanking a bit of hits here from, you know, the opponent, which doesn't seem that great. We got a game here. It's Moller versus Tials, I think that is. Where is that game? Tiafo, sorry. Yeah, we got that game on here. Random game. Yeah, smash like for tennis. If I can't find it, I'll just watch any game, and then I'll just keep you updated on the other scoreline. There, Bonzi's now winning 130 against Medvedev. Yeah, I'll just watch this one. I'll just have it on, and I'll just let you know about the other guys. So at least we can watch something. So Moller's winning 15, Tiafoe's winning 0. I think it's because this is the USA player, so that's why they're showing them. Of course, I think he's one of the few USA players. There's 3 currently playing. I need to play Iblis. Let's get that up. Yeah, you told me about this before, Issa. Let's get this Iblis thing up. Oh, yeah, it's on Steam here. It's got a 35% discount. It's a first-person psychological horror game. Okay. Well, I'll make sure to do it. So this has got mixed reviews. I think it's just people spam reviewing it bad stuff. Yeah. Yeah, I think it's just people reviewing it bad stuff there. It looked like spam review. Here we go. Medved's getting about a bit of a catch-up here. It's 130 for Bonzi, but it's 040 for Medvedev. And it looks like that he might be getting his first point any minute now. It's too scary. Okay, well, yeah, it's not that expensive. So, yeah, I should be able to get that one. But, yeah, W's. Couldn't go to sleep. Is it actually that scary? That is crazy. Also, the reason I'm looking down here and not here is because the game is down here. Currently, it's tied up here. Moller versus Tiafoe, 30-30. What even is Wimbledon? It's tennis. I've never watched it before, and not so chap, so we're in the same boat here of not knowing it. And thanks, Ibis. Yeah, I appreciate that. Yeah, I got the blonde locks in quite a fair bit ago. I might need to use, you know, some purple shampoo. There's like the specific purple shampoo that makes the locks stick out a little bit more. So yeah, for sure I need to maybe get that one on. Bonzi 140, Medvedev is 040. So he is catching up, but of course Bonzi is going to be still leading up. Yeah, go ahead, Rhett, and write your chat message in. And it looks like here that Medvedev has got an A. What is an A? There's now an A next to his name? What does that mean? Yeah, you guys can let me know. What does A in tennis mean? Ace or Alton. Ace is valid serve that your receiver cannot touch with their racket, winning the point for the server. Okay. So, yeah, I'm not too sure. There we go. Medvedev has 1 point. Something happened when he got an A, and then he proceeded to get a point. Moller versus Tiafoe is 40-40 currently. 0 points. It's 0-0. Okay, so this is going to be a serve for Tiafoe, and it looks like there is just a point lost here, I think. Who's going to get that one? AD next to Tiafoe's name right now. Again, don't know. You guys have to correct me on the tennis terms because I'm not too sure on some of them. But yes, Tiafoe's got an AD next to his name. Just hits a nice serve over there. Looks like maybe he did a bad serve. I think that's what's happened. Medvedev is 115 now. Bonzi 1-0. And that is a very poor serve. Yeah, it's back to Moller from Denmark, 0. Tiafoe from USA, 0 with 40 each. Okay, here we go. There's another serve coming in here from one of these players. Again, we'll have to see who it is. Reed? Yeah, I saw you say listen up. Yeah, what would you want to say? Retum. Yeah, write it up. I read all the messages, my guy. I've not missed one. Because I saw you said Wimbledon. The last thing you said is Wimbledon is the grandest stage of them all. So I read that one up. Medvedev, 130. Bonzi, 1-0. Currently, the ball is going to be served by Bonzi, it looks like, though. And then there's a little hit there. They're just showing a replay here, actually. That was a nice hit by Tiafoe. I'm assuming Tiafoe's the darker skinned gentleman, and Moller's going to be the one on the closer screen here, lighter skinned one. Tiafoe looks like he got a point. He's got one. Let's go. Yes, it is. I'm correct there. He's only 27, ranking 12 in the world, whereas Elmer has got ranking 21. Oh, you can't write something? Something is wrong? Yeah, it's probably because... So it's either you've written something really bad and offensive and it's just not sending it through, or, yeah, your internet may be lagging. Stream, I swear you're the only stream that doesn't... There's no glaze, though, but you'll go to... Yeah. Thank you so much, Issa. You know, it's not glazed. I do really appreciate it. But yeah, W's. There is a 1-0 thing here. Tiafoe versus Moller. Bellucci versus Crawford is 2-2. Oh, it's a site. Yeah, well, yeah, it doesn't let you send links. And plus, I probably have got the match anyway for one of these games. I don't really mind if I don't have all the matches. I'll just, you know, tell you the scores for each of them. But yeah, don't send, you know, those types of sites on here. I do highly tell you not to do that because you could be flagged by YouTube again. Just trying to keep you guys safe. Moller versus Tiafoe. It's 1-0 here for Tiafoe. Looks like that he might have lost a point, I think. I'm not going to go on the site, Retum. You know, I'm watching this game. I mean, I know that I'm not watching Medvedev. Unfortunately, it's not shown on an official channel. I'm using site, you know, an official channel stuff that I can actually watch, like, legally. You play COD. I have not played Call of Duty. No, I've not played Call of Duty. Never before. Actually, I did. I played World War II. Worst game of Call of Duty series, so I maybe have to try up some more, you know, on the streams. But yeah. So Tiafoe's winning 130. It looks like that Moller's a very weak opponent. In the Bonzi Medvedev game, it's 2-1. It's the official betting sponsor of it is. Yeah, but it's not going to be available here again. And I'm not going to, you know, turn on a VPN just to go to watch on a site, you know. I'd rather just, you know, stick to here. Get Warzone's free. Okay, Warzone's free. Okay, wow. Okay, maybe I'll try and get some. You know, at the moment I've had no time because I've been, you know, doing the Club World Cup. It's too good, not gonna lie. Yeah, I mean, I believe you. At the moment, you know, Club World Cup. Now I'm going on holiday. Maybe after the holiday I'll get it. Yeah, sure. For sure. Am I scared? No, I'm not scared. I'm just lazy enough not to do it. Tiafoe versus Moller, 40-15. Why would I be scared, Ratum? That's a bit of a strange thing, that. So Moller has won some points here. He's won 15. I think it's his first set of points against Tiafoe. This is going to be break point number 2, it says, on the scoreboard. You're on the train to Medina? Yeah, please let me know how that goes, Issa. Please let me know how that goes. It's so quick. Yeah, I know. The train to Riyadh is quick as well. I know Dan is a specimen. I mean, he is losing 2-1. I mean, I'm sure he's going to catch up. I'm sure he's a specimen. You know, 9 years old with 20 professional titles. I mean, that is insane. But again, maybe they'll switch to that game here. I don't know. I have to just, you know, stick to this. The other game was a women's game, and I'm sure I don't know if you guys want to watch that game instead. Maybe you do. That game was Kartal versus Ostapenko. It's 4-1 currently, so we need to watch that, or we can watch Moller versus Tiafoe. It's up to you guys. Currently, Tiafoe is, though, 2:30 up. Just swinging by to say goodbye. Evening to everyone. W stream. Yeah, W, Mr. Messi, for, coming up here. But, yeah. Yeah, W stream. I'm not sure what you mean by that, Retum. And this is now going to be a serve for Tiafoe, 2:30. Let's see if he can get up here a little bit more. Oh, he hits the net. That's not a good serve. Yeah, he just goes and hits the net there. That's not great. I would love to watch O'Connell as well, since he's from Australia. Thompson is from Australia, since they're representing. But no. Best of 5 sets. Okay, I see. Well, I didn't know, Retum. Again, first time watching tennis. It's 2-1 currently, so that's 3 sets. So 5 in total. 2 more sets. Medvedev is currently 30 with 1, and Bonzi's 2 with 15. And in this match that we're watching here, Tiafoe 2:30, Moller 0:15. Do I usually watch the tennis? No, first time. As the stream says, first Wimbledon, first tennis in total. I've never watched before. So yeah, I'm excited to, try out some new sports, because we also watched the F1 yesterday. If Dan don't win this set, we're done. Okay, well, it's looking like he will. He's 140 with the ball in hand, whereas Bonzi's 2:15. So yeah, Dan does need to win this one to get back in this game, at least. In this game, it looks like Tiafoe needs to really clean this up. He's 2:30, but Moller's 0:30, so he needs to get this point here. Ooh, that was a nice return from Moller. There's a little back and forth going on here. Good return. Hits it over again. It's a nice little rally going on. And then it looks like that Moller has just got the... Oh, Tiafoe got the point there. I think it just went out. Yeah, but one set is won by 6-4 or 7-6. That's a complete set. Okay, thank you for letting me know, Retum. Yes, thank you. And here we go. It's 2:40. Tiafoe just gets another 10 points. Might as well try watching NFL if I haven't. Yes, I haven't. Only sport I've ever watched, football. And a tiniest bit of basketball, the tiniest bit. But yeah, I'll try watching NFL for you, Mr. Messi, as well. Too early to judge. Yeah, I mean, currently it's 2-2, Bonzi 2, Medvedev 2, and then it's still a 0-0 scoreline. Ball and play for Bonzi. Any other games to keep track of course, it's going to be Lecker versus Delian. 3-2, 15, 40. Then there's also Manarino versus O'Connell. 3-1 Manarino. So O'Connell is absolutely frauding it up. Do I at least play tennis? No. The only sport I play again as well. Football. I do actually play basketball. Badminton I play. Sometimes I do volleyball a little bit. But yeah. And yeah, I know it's Mendedev. Sometimes I'm pronouncing it wrong, of course. No, it's not. It says on the official thing here. This is how it's spelt on the official thing. Medvedev. On the official thing, Dan Medvedev. It says on their Wimbledon site. I'm reading it off there, so yeah. But I've played tennis before, slightly, a little bit. I think it's similar to badminton. There's a little halftime break here. They're just showing a little advert. Rita Ora is going to be performing. But yeah, I'm pretty sure it's Medvedev if they're saying on the website. But yeah, I was unsure. Again, some of these guys I do pronounce wrong. Tien versus Bassa Varady, which is a hard name again. 41 with 40-40 each. For how long does the Wimbledon tournament go on for? Well, the tournament lasts days. I think that each match is about like 2 hours in total, or 1 hour 30, I was told the other day. This goes on till Sunday, July 13th. Currently, of course, today is June 30th. We're only going to be watching until like 2:30-ish. And then we will, of course, move on to the next set of streams, which I actually did have a little thing here. Let's have a look. Discord. I just want to see what my schedule was. It was here. Wimbledon, 1 p.m. I had to 3:30. I think we'll watch it at 2:30 because, to be honest, I think these matches are getting wrapped up already. 7 Days to Die playing with viewers, then 4 p.m. to 5:25. Cooking stream 5:45 to 7. Delta in Chapter 4, 7:25 p.m. to 9:45 p.m. Of course, this is all my time. And then Inter versus Fluminense. And then there's a 4 a.m. game as well. Wimbledon's too prestigious in compared to UCL or NBA or IPL. I would argue UCL is one of the most prestigious competitions in the world, though. I mean, just how much viewers it gets is insane. Of course, the most prestigious competition has to be the World Cup, though. Not the Club World Cup, the World Cup. Club World Cup the least, probably. Like out the FIFA competitions. There we go. There's just showing an advert here of Carlos Alcaraz. I did actually kind of want to watch him, but I don't think he's playing currently. Let's actually see. Carlos, where are you playing, my guy? Yeah, you're playing at 3:30. I'm not going to watch at 3:30, to be honest, but let's wish you the best of luck, Carlos. Yeah, but it's for the streets, not like Wimbledon, which is for the elites. I guess so, in terms you know who's going to the tournament, because, you know, tennis is a prestigious sport. Let's actually go here and get this thing. Just let me get up. Thank you so much, Mr. Messi. Yeah, hopefully I'll see you later for the football. Otherwise, have a nice rest of your day, bro. And W's for, you know, just coming in here. Bonda versus Vitalonia is on here now. We just had to switch channels. I think they finished the coverage of that other game. At least for now, I think it was like an ad break. Bonda, Svitolina. There's a fake millionaire who hates tennis. Okay. I mean, I don't know who that is, but sure. Bonda has 2 points, 15 on the go there. Svitolina has 5 with 30. So Svitolina is close to winning. Svitolina is from Ukraine. Bonda is from Hungary. I think that's the flag for the Hungary. So let's see the serve here. I think it just goes out and gets Bonda 15 points. Crazy, but showing. Yeah, I mean, I would love to watch it. I am watching on this official websites where they're saying to watch. You know, sorry, not websites, on the official channels. But yeah, for some reason they're showing a very select few of games, and it's actually a little bit frustrating, because the games that they're showing are, you know, not the most interesting. I mean, I love to. I mean, I don't really care. I just want to get a taste of the Wimbledon, so that's all good. But I will keep you guys updated. Yes, you're from India. Yeah, W's Retum, you know, love it. You know, from different locations, we all like that sort of stuff. But let's see Medvedev's score right now. It's 3-2. Bonzi's winning, 3 with 30. And Medvedev, 2 with 30. Hi, Ayan. Welcome to the stream. Hope you're doing well. Yes, I'm doing good. Hope you're doing well. And it's currently, we're just watching Cartel versus Ostapenko now. 2-5. I just went off the other game. Back to the one that we started off with. Just because, yeah, the other game wasn't that interesting. But here we go. It looks like that Ostapenko should get the dub here against Cartel, who is a English international, so, you know, or UK international, just have the UK flag there. So, you know, might not be making the UK too happy at the moment, Cartel, but of course, they were actually winning at the start, surprisingly. But yeah, Ostapenko has come up clutch here, 5-15. There's a little rally going on between them both. Sorry for missing the Bayern game. You heard it was a banger. Yes, it was a banger. But that's okay. You know, there's always another game coming up, Ayan. And of course, not everyone can make every game. It's 100%. Not everyone can make every single one. He's not playing in the middle court. Dan, that's crazy. Yeah. I don't know what that means, but I'm sure that's crazy for you tennis guys. What matches do we have today? Inter versus Fluminense at 10 p.m. Then a 4 a.m. game, which is going to be Man City versus Al Hilal. I think that's the game. And then we've got, only 2 left. We got Real Madrid versus Juventus and Dortmund versus Monterrey. And this serve is going to be taken by Cartel. Just waiting for them to take the serve here. They're taking actually quite a fair bit. I think maybe the referee said something. I got that Horror Henry vibe. Okay. Man City and Bayern looking in top form. Yeah, for sure. Man City I felt like Bayern were a little bit disappointing last game. Their defense was poor. Their attack was decent. Flamengo actually had a really good attack. So, yeah, surprised they didn't actually get, a closer score than what it was. But, yeah, for sure, it was, interesting. Also, the reason, again, I'm looking down here because the match is down here. I'll look up to the cam every so often as well, just to keep eye contact, Paul Patrick. Oh, yeah, that's the guy I searched up the other time. No, Kartal Ostapenko having a little bit of a rally here. That was trying to be a back hit there from Ostapenko, but wasn't so. Please stand up. I want to see that clean Madrid kit. Yeah, this is it's not a kit. It's actually a training kit. This is what it looks like. Nice training kit. No. I think it's last year's training kit. So, yeah, I've got it. I got the both training kits. I got the last year's one, and I also got the away training kit. So, yeah, I got both variants. I also got the training shorts as well. Not shorts, they're actually like more trousers, but like they're sort of this material, which is good. So that's why I like them as a training thing. Broadcast is so bad. Show Dan. I know. Why aren't they showing Dan? Like, why we have to watch these random, people? And especially, ESPN just cut their stream off mid-thing. They just cut the game off and just start showing adverts. Like, you're supposed to be showing the full match, my guys. At least we got the score, on Google, so I can just keep telling you guys. I mean, I don't know what much there is to narrate on a tennis match, but Bonzi 3 with 40, Medvedev with 315. That's one of your favorite colors after navy blue and black. Yeah, I love the purple, for sure, nice material too. It's not like the kit. The kit's like a more rigid material, whereas this is more of a silky one. It's good for training, good for maneuverability, especially when you're outside. There's no way Bonzi keeps up. Yeah, Bonzi is doing good. 4-3 now. The score's just reset. 0-0, 4-3. Let's see what Bonzi's stuff is about here. Bonzi, French professional tennis player. Number 42 rank. That's their highest ranking in 6th of February 2023. Never really watched tennis games before. I only know like 3 players. Nadal's your favorite. Yeah, I only know 3 as well. I know Djokovic, Nadal, and Carlos Alcaraz. The rest I don't know. I've never watched tennis before either. This is my first time watching. Like, I know the rules, but I just don't know. Like, I've seen professionals play before. Roger Federer. Oh, yeah, Roger Federer too, yeah. You can't wait to watch Bayern versus City in the semis. I know, wait, Bayern versus City? I think it's Bayern versus PSG. City's on the side with, no good opponents. So, yeah, they're not going to be versing a hard opponent till, like, the final. Cartel 340, Ostapenko 5-0. This is a clean sweep for Ostapenko. I don't see Cartel winning from here. I mean, there's always should be comebacks in any sport, but yeah. Pep is crazy. Yeah, I mean, Pep could throw the game. He could win the games easily. It really depends. He should have a very easy path to the final. I will say that. It's a very, very easy path to the final. Yeah, PSG versus Bayern. That's going to be a hype game. I can't wait for it. I actually think... Let me check something. Please don't tell me that's the game when I'm on the aeroplane. Let's have a look. One of these games I'm on the aeroplane for. Let's have a look here at the knockouts. July... No, I'm on the aeroplane for the winner of the quarterfinals 1 versus the winner of quarterfinals 2. Okay. Byron wins. The only problem is Byron's form is just not great. So I don't really give them too much of a, benefit there. There's the end of the match for this game. Looks like that player did win. What's their name? Forgot already. Ostapenko. Looks like they won 5-4. There we go. Nice and finished. But yeah, Byron, if they play good, they should win. Otherwise, that form from yesterday's game wasn't great. It wasn't the best. Also, why do these, what the heck did I just watch? So the ball carriers, they're like commanded to like sprint around, pick stuff up, and then they're like holding on to, one of them trips over another one. Like, what am I watching, a cartoon? Goofy looking Tom and Jerry stuff happening there. Medvedev is 3-15, Bonzi's 4-30. Dan has never lost the first round in Wimbledon. Wow. So he's actually already losing it here. Surprisingly, based on what you guys have been saying about him. That is very interesting. I like the mini stadiums for Wimbledon. It's actually pretty cool. I like the mini stadium. See, it's because they're showing Court 1's game since it's in the full big size stadium. Yeah, what is this? Like sprinting around from these ball kids. Like, what is that? And they're all standing like AI. They're standing like AFK like this. Like, what is that? You're sticking with your Real Madrid versus City finals. I actually did predict that in my latest short, but, I was being a little bit biased personally, of course. So, Ostapenko versus Kartal is restarted here. I think that was like the first half where it was 5-4. Too much left still. Yeah, Medvedev is catching up 340 and Bonzi's 430. Because I have a good feeling we're going to thrash Byron in the semis. Yeah, especially if Byron have that form. If Byron get past PSG, of course. If PSG can get through, it's going to be a little bit more difficult for Real. But, Real's current form is very good. It's very good form. So, for sure, I can see us winning a game against them on this current form. Especially with Kylian back now for the round of 16 tomorrow. Sonay Cartel is one of the 7 British wildcard recipients in the Ladies Single Championship 2025. Why City side in the easy brackets? Yeah, that's what I'm saying. They've like got one hard opponent till the final. I'm a little bit sus, honestly, a little bit sus. Why is all the good teams on one side? Like, their best team in that side is Chelsea. Yeah, I mean, I don't even think Chelsea might not even win against Palmeiras, let's be honest. But, yeah, it's kind of weird. They get like a really, really easy. Yeah, exactly. They might even get a really, really, easy run through to the final there. And this is going to be a serve for Kartal, and it just hits the net. Chelsea is better than Man City this year. In no way or shape. I mean, the start of the season, arguably there, but now there is no way. I mean, unless you're a unless you're a Chelsea fan, Ratum, there is no way you can say that neutrally. That Chelsea are better than City currently. City have been the most dominant side in this tournament. I've watched all 46 games. I've definitely seen the dominant sides, and that City side is crazy. Oh, you are? You're a Chelsea fan? Well, I mean, I'm just saying that, but of course you can disagree with me since you're a Chelsea fan. That's all good. I was going to say, if you're a neutral fan, though, that is insane saying that. But, as a Chelsea fan, for sure, I understand now. Okay. I love Delap, by the way. Best striker currently in this tourney. Don't spin facts. Yeah, I mean, I understand, though, when you're a fan of another team, for sure, you'll say your team's better all the time. It's like me saying Real Madrid are going to win the tournament. Like, anyone's going to say their team's going to win. I guarantee you a Dortmund person is going to say Dortmund's going to win the tournament when there's like a 0.1 chance they're getting through to the final. So here we go. Kartal takes the serve. Ostapenko receives. And now back. And it's going to be a point there for Kartal, it looks like. And, yep, this point. It's now 4:30 and 5:40. Why are these ball kids? I don't know. You're a real fan, Chelsea and PL. Yeah. Sure, Chelsea have been moving. They've been moving in the transfer window. Bino Gittins, Delap. They just got this other guy from Sorry, not Byron. What's his name? Brighton. João Pedro. They got him. They're getting some other guys. So yeah, for sure. Yeah, if Atleti want to have a dream of winning La Liga, splash the cash on Harvey Elliott, where they are missing a final piece in the attack. They need to get Andy Robertson. They need a left back. Their left back currently is very weak, but I don't want Atleti to win La Liga, so Atleti can go and buy absolutely no players in the transfer window. 440 for Cartel, 540 for Ostapenko. It's AD next to Cartel's name. Elliot X Alvarez would be insane. Yeah, I mean, yeah. Let's stick to tennis. I mean, okay, I'll try to, but of course, again, I don't really know too much what's going on, so I can't really, go full on narration here. Bonzi, Medvedev, 4-4. Currently 0-0 as well. The ball is for Bonzi. Manorino versus O'Connell. It's 6-2. It looks like that game is done. Because the score is grayed out for O'Connell. So unless they're just playing some extra matches, I don't know. It's 6-2 there. Tarvet Riedi is 6-4. Bonzi's showing something. Yeah, for sure. He's actually showing up. And he's got 4-15 now. Medvedev has 4-0. So we need to see him, start to display. Start to display, Dan. You got it, my guy. 440 for Cartel, 540 for Ostapenko. Okay, if you actually want to be entertained, watch NFL. Look, I never watched it, but I, as a football fan, know it would be entertaining. Half tackles, crazy ones. Yeah, I guess so as well. I was recommended as well before to watch NFL. And I think it'll be good to watch too. But I'm being entertained here. I'm not saying I'm not being entertained. I think it's fun. Honestly, any sport's fun, if you get into it. Probably not watching the best of games, just because the providers don't provide the actual games properly. But yeah, Ostapenko here is currently, clutching up with a 540 here. Third deuce, it says. Guessing it's like round 3. Dang, game is not showing, man, here too. I know it's really frustrating. I would have loved to watch, that game. It actually looks tense as well. 4:30, 4:15 is what it is, And hear me out. I've been watching cricket and football. My life career is so boring, like, bro. Other than T20, every other format is trash. Well, I've never watched, maybe watching a bit in the future. But for sure, just for me, football is the sport. Cartel is going to be taking this serve. Hit over. Ostapenko receives that one actually very well. It was a nice two-handed whack. And that is going to be a point there for Cartel just to bring it down off the AD. I think AD means like match point. It's kind of like badminton where you have to get the final match point, otherwise the score reverts. So yeah, that kind of makes sense there. Because Ostapenko didn't really reach that one in time. Pace 0 on their card. And football over any other sport any day. Yeah, for me, it is that way. A lot of people argue differently, but yeah, majority of the world's population will agree. And it's also my personal bias. It's the only sport I watch. I mean, I enjoyed F1. I'm enjoying this. We'll start watching some other ones. We'll see. That is a very bad receive there from Ostapenko. It looks like that the match point might be going here to Cartel. Surprisingly. Got one back there. Bonzi is 5. Medvedev is 4. Looks like Bonzi's getting the upper hand by getting the point first every time. I know then Medvedev gets the point back. But that's what it looks like it's going to keep going. And this is going to be a reserve here. Cartel is now 5-5. So they've actually come back here, Cartel. A big return. Big return from Cartel. And instantly Ostapenko hits the net there. And Cartel's getting a little bit of an advantage. That was a foul. And here we go. Now there's a little return serve from Cartel. Ostapenko hitting it over. Cartel back. Ostapenko returns the serve, and that is going to be a point there for Cartel. 15 points. 5-15. Nice little hit to get that one on. Ostapenko 5-0. So they've actually gone behind here after having, you know, a point and a half lead. Which is crazy how you lose that much gain, you know. In other words, Bonzi is 5, still Medvedev is 4. Here we go. So Cartel serves 5-15 and Ostapenko 5-0. Looks like that Ostapenko might get the serve here. It's just 5-30 for Cartel. So yeah, there's a nice, yeah, that serve just wasn't in that return, sorry, from Ostapenko wasn't that great. It really, you know, encouraged that bad hit, you know. And that is a turn there from Ostapenko. Little bit of a hit, and it looks like maybe 15 points is going to be gained here. There we go. 5-15, 5-30. Yo, guys, lock in for tennis, my guys. Let's lock in. Of course, unless you want to, like, you know, ask some questions. And then Cartel, a little bit of a serve miss. There's going to be Ostapenko maybe getting the points here. I don't know. I don't know if that was a bad hit on the line. Again, haven't watched tennis before. And it was a bad hit. Cartel gets the 10 points there. So that comeback is insane, you know. Coming back from a point and a half down. And, you know, now going overtaking, becoming, you know, close to 6 points, 6-5. I don't know when this game will specifically end. I think it has to be, you know, 8 points total, something like that. It's in England in a hotel. They were our neighbours and had breakfast next to us. I asked them, what are you doing here? They said, we are camping. Hi, Clicks. Welcome to Stream Festival. Hi, Elena. Welcome as well. And, yeah, guys, just chill out in the chat as well. Keep your opinions to yourselves. And don't argue. Here we go. There's a little bit of a play, and it looks like Cartel has got the points there. Somehow coming back from an absolute, you know, downer. It's now 6-5. Yeah. And there we go. 6-5. It looks like it's done. Looks like it's done there. Smash like for tennis there, because that is crazy. And, of course, that match is going to be over, I think. 6-5 might be the finished score. Yeah, it looks like it. Yeah, I think that's the final score there, unless there's, like, another return. Did I see the Pogba training clips? No, I haven't seen them yet. Haven't seen it just yet. I'll make sure to look at... Wait, let's actually watch it now when there's a little bit of a break here. They're showing another game. They're showing little clips from Mattia Bellucci versus Oliver Crawford. Both 6-6. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Crawford, no, he's 6-2. Why are they saying 6-6? It's 6-2. But yeah, Pogba training Monaco. Here we go. No, I'll have to watch it after, I think. Yeah, I got the clips here. He was sad. He was crying in that clip. But there we go. It looks like that game is done. No, they're going back. Okay. I'm confused here, guys. Why are they going back out on the field? What's the finished score here to determine when the game's over? Because currently it's, you know, 6-5. I thought it was done when it's 6-5. I don't know why this game is still going on. The famous Leshabala commentary. Yes, I was actually. Guys, we don't need to be calling each other losers in chat. Don't want to delete messages, but, you know, we don't need to be doing that. So let's all just calm down. Don't respond to each other, otherwise it's going to continue the problems. Leshabala commentary, Peter Jury. There we go. So this game's still going 6-15 Cartel. Ostapenko 5-0. Somehow Cartel absolutely coming back from a landslide here. Again, don't know what the final score is for this game. Yeah, we'll have to see. I've got the commentary up as well, so I'll go listen to that straight after this match is done. But yeah, what is the score to win in tennis? You have to win 4 points to win a game. Okay, 6 games to win a set and 2 sets to win a match. Okay, I don't know anything about that, really. It's a match of 7. Every time both of the players are on match point, the point goes up. So if it's 6-6, it'll be a match of 8. Okay, I see. So currently, this is going to be a match of 7. Yeah, and so if they go 6-6, yeah, match of 8. Okay, makes sense. So it should be over here, right? It's 6:40 right now compared to a 5:15. That's the rule in a tennis game you used to play. Okay, maybe that's the rules here. I'm not too sure. Maybe they changed it. Okay, so here we go. It's 6:40. The match technically should be over in 2, right? So there we go. It's 6 AD now. I think the match is over. I think the match is won. Everyone's standing up applauding. I think it's over. 7-5. Yeah, I think it's done. There we go. Ostapenko is eliminated. Let's see Dan's score here. So Dan has a 5-0. Bonzi's a 6-0. So technically Bonzi can win this time. When am I going to listen to commentary? It's only 15 seconds. Okay, I was going to listen on my phone, but that's just because, you know, the phone is playing the tennis. So I don't want to go off it. Can I hear it off this? I don't know if my sound's on. Yeah, it is. Okay. Okay, I'm just watching this 13-second ad. Okay, hurry up. 13-second ad. So there we go. Dan match is still not available. That's crazy. I know it's actually crazy. They're still now showing a news break in the BBC. Come on, like, get on the other matches. No one wants to watch a news break. Okay, they're now showing around the courts. The Dan match is looking insane, though. It's going tight. It's going real tight. Hey, here we go. I think this is it. Wait, here. Let's go out of here. Oh, that's a podcast. Okay. Where is that comment? Can you send me, like, a way to see the clip, Ion? Because I can't find the clip. Is this it? Shabala Goal versus Mexico. Crazy commentary by Peter Drury. Waiting for the thing to go here. Cardi is going to get tested as the game advances. Yeah. That's not Peter Drury. That's some rando in a mask. Okay. Well, let's see here. Bonzi 6. Medved's 5-15. Medvedev. Sorry, not Medved. So 5-15 here. Bonzi 6. And it looks like Medvedev can catch up. This game is still... Cartel also... Why is this game still going? Oh, so that's the match 1. They have to win 2 matches. Okay. Just call him Dan. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, fair enough. Okay, so Dan's, you know... He's starting to pick up the pace. He needs to pick it up, you know. He needs to get the points to win. And, yeah. Shabala commentary. Videos. Okay. Oh, yeah, I found it, I think. Okay, I think this is it. Just while we wait for this to go on. What's it about? Yeah, this is about tennis. Wimbledon, tennis. And we are just going to be, you know, we're trying to go up with all the different things. Yeah, Vivian, I've never watched tennis before. As it says in the title, first Wimbledon match. You know, I was just reacting because people asked me to. Not the exact game we wanted because, you know, they're not displaying all the games on every channel, which is a bit annoying. We wanted to watch Medvedev versus Bonzi, but that's not available. We are watching Cartel versus Ostapenko. It's 7-5. Cartel, I think, has already won. But yeah, it would catch you off guard because I'm not I'm not really a tennis person myself. I just like football only, Vivian. But yeah, I'm watching it, because it's good to see all different sports. The players, so for the men's, they're Leheka versus Delian. It's 4-6, so Delian's won, I think. Bonzi Medvedev is 6-6. Dan, I'm just going to call him from now on. Manarino versus O'Connell, 6-2. Tarvet versus Riedi, 6-4. Tien versus Basavaredi, 5-5 with 40 on each. Kopriva versus Thompson, 6-3. With, I think there's one match, one to Thompson already. And Moller versus Tiafo, 3-6. And Bellucci versus Crawford, 7 squared and 7 to the power of 7. I have no idea what that means. We got some random scores there. Yeah, thank you, Vivian, yeah, just trying out some different stuff, We are going to be watching the Silverstone F1 race as well next week when that happens. And we're also going to watch, some basketball, some NFL when they start again. But of course, football still will be the main thing. When big time streaming this, no one is commentating this. Yeah, I mean, I'd love to commentate. I just have to get used to the gameplay, the style. Retum for sure. It would be cool to commentate this sort of stuff. Different sports, I'd love to. Now for women's singles, Todani versus Buxa, 4-6 with a 1 point to Todani. Parry versus Martic, 4-6 there with 1-1 each. Bondar versus Fitolina, and that is going to be a 3-6 there. And then, of course, as well, Kartel Ostapenko, 7-5. We've watched that. Tomova, Jabur, 5-5. Birel, Vecic, 0-6. Birel's horrendous, not getting any points. And then Lis versus Yuan, 6-4. And search up 2010 Leshabala World Cup goal, okay. Yeah, I saw that there. There we go. I think this is commentary. Can I watch log chopping next? It's an actual sport, which guys... Yeah, I know. I've actually seen people can get, like official seats to watch that in stadiums. They actually hosted one, I think, outside the San Siro in Italia, and also outside the Allianz Arena in Munich, because I actually have seen some reviews of the logs chopping sports. So yeah, for sure, log chopping sport review, 100%. Let's watch this goal quickly, because I did promise it yesterday and I didn't ever. If I win a biscuit competition, we're not going to call it a sport. Wait, but it is a sport, though. It's an official sport, Retum. Log chopping. Oh, I love that dance, by the way, by those South African players there. And I'm yelling at my mic for some reason, because while watching this, I'm playing a horror game. Well, Jasmine, so hopefully you don't die in the horror game. W's. Oh, I have to probably watch that, louder to myself. Am I listening to the commentary, though? You know what? I'll promise you, at the very end of the stream, you can remind me that I'll listen to the full commentary, because I don't want to, interrupt anyone who is too interested in tennis, because I don't want to diversify too far off the topic, I will say. Yeah, tune in Dan game. I can't, though. There's no channel. It's not on a channel, Retum. You know this. I've been saying it the whole stream. I'll tell you, though, Bonzi versus Dan, 6-6. Bonzi's got 4. Dan got 1. I don't know what the 4 and 1 mean. I don't know why the numbers are suddenly, down from the double digits into the single digits. Kind of weird. Yeah, I got no idea. Alright, this is weird. Why are some of the numbers squared as well? 6 squared? That's a score. Put up the score. I don't have a scoreboard for it. I guess I can just, type it. And there was another sport I watched on YouTube where people ride on fake horses like the stick with the horse head, and they jump around. Because the stick has no legs, of course. What? Hi, Zo3Ella. Welcome to the stream. Hope you're doing well. What's happening? We're watching Wimbledon, which is a tennis competition. Currently, I'm watching Kartel versus Ostapenko, because that's the only game available that I can watch. 7-5. And it looks like Ostapenko got a match point deducted, I think. You've seen that. It looks so dumb. That is crazy, stick riding and the people become the horse. What in the world? What in the world? That is crazy. But yeah, Bonzi Medvedev, 6-4, 6-2. Yeah, I know. Dan is not doing well here. Again, don't know why the score is now single digits. Anyone can explain to me why first of all, that score is in single digits, the rest are double digits, and then you've got Bellucci versus Crawford, 6 squared as a score? Like, what is that? 7 to the power of 7? So bro's got, you know, what's 7 to the power of 7? Bro's got how much score? 823,000 points. Looking forward for any play-along streams like Scribble and stuff. It's been some time since we did that. Yeah, I know. We are going to do some play-along ones coming in the future. For sure, Vivin. We are doing this. I don't think many of you guys have. I don't know the people here. But some people, you know, on this channel played 7 Days to Die. That's why I was recommended it. We're going to be doing a 7 Days to Die play-along. So if you have that game, for sure, you can join in there. We're going to be doing subscribers server. But yeah, you know, Scribble and what's it called? You know, the other ones, GeoGuessr and all that sort of stuff should be coming in the coming weeks, because I'm going to be on vacation, so I'll have it available, you know. Today's Delta in Chapter 4. Yes, it is Delta in Chapter 4 today. You can speak Spanish. W's, Jasmine's. W's there. Dan is not a loser. Like, what? Nah, that is not great, bro. Eris Tan Genial means you're so cool in Spanish. Thank you, Jasmine's. Thank you. But let's see here. Just, oh, it looks like that point goes out there for, I think that bounces out. Don't know. Cartel got a point there. 7:15, 5:30. I don't know why, again, that they're still playing. I thought the game was already won. Maybe they're just playing to warm up still. Let's see. Oh, yeah, they're doing the next round, I think, maybe. It's like round 2. So Ostapenko's got like a 5, and then they've got a 2 in the second score set, and then they've got 40 on the points with the ball in their court. Cartel 7 with a 0 with 15. Yeah, advantage is at the moment to Bonzi there. 7 to the power of 7, and then Medvedev has a 6 squared. It's now reset 0-0. So it's looking like Bonzi might take the dub here. Sounds like a tiebreaker. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know, to be honest, because I thought that Ostapenko lost in regular time, but it looks like, yeah, they're still playing, which is weird. I don't know about tennis, guys. I'll still have to, you know, research more. I came into this blind because it's best, you know, to see the genuine, you know, misunderstanding of people who don't watch tennis, which is me. And that's when they both get to 6. And yeah, I think so. Let's go and see as well here that Manarino and O'Connell 6-2, 2-1. So they're doing some sort of tiebreaker as well, I think, because they're one of the names is grayed out and it's still going. And also Moller, Tiafo, 6-3. And hi, Nusea, welcome to the stream. Yes, I'm doing well. Thank you. I hope you're doing well. And W's. And let's go and continue watching this. What do you say here, Jasmine's? It says here, eres mi YouTuber favorito, tengo 9 cuentas. Okay, I'm going to have to translate that. Oh, you said it. You're my favorite YouTuber, and I have 9 accounts that subscribe to you. That's why it means in Spanish. Wow, thank you, Jasmine's. I'd love to be your favorite YouTuber. Thank you so much. Really appreciate that. And I have no idea what you said there. But let's just chill out, guys. Again, chill out. Lock in for tennis. Lock in for tennis. I'm saying it. Okay, and this is now going to be for. Well, let me just first of all get up here the score rule sheet for match win tennis. I don't know why I just said match win and nothing. Must win at least 6 games with a margin of at least 2 games over their opponent. Yeah, so it wasn't a margin of... I don't think it was a margin of 2 there for that game. Let's have a look here. And no problem to say, you know, always good to just see you pop in. It's all good to come out of this one. But yeah, see you in a bit, bro. And this is going to be you guys bantering in football. Did you know I finished Poppy's playtime 4? Okay. Well, I spent 4 hours, didn't finish it. So I don't know how you did that, Jasmine. You can explain, but yeah. That's kind of weird. How did you do that? Cartel Ostapenko finished with a margin of 2. 7-5. Why is this game still going? It says here to win of at least 2 games over their opponent. If the score reaches a tie of 6-6, yeah, but there's no tiebreaker. I use glitches when out on the elevator start timer, then I just get fringe to the very end cutscene. Whoa. That is kind of weird, though. I really thought, honestly, that this would be done, but it's not. Okay, but yeah. Back onto these scores here. Again, probably only going to watch this for about 10 more minutes just because I don't understand what's going on. I did enjoy watching it. I just don't understand, to be honest. I was just doing it to really talk with you guys, you know, and just be here, I guess. Also probably just because I'm tired, but here we go, because I just woke up before. Leheka Delian is 5-2 with a 4-6. And this is going to be Bonzi Medvedev, 7 squared, 6 squared, 7 to the power 7, 6 squared. Manarino O'Connell, 6-2. Tarvet Riady, 6-4. Tian Basavaredi, 6-6. And yeah, guys, just, you know, if you guys don't, like, interact, then I'm sure then nothing will just keep going. Yeah, just ignore, you know, both of you guys. I'm not choosing sides, but just, you know, we don't need to argue in the chat. Of course, I understand the football banter, but, you know, when it gets a bit personal stuff, that's, you know, not good. Balucci Crawford, 6 squared, 7 to the power 7. You know, I can't always manage it forever, of course. You know, when there's like thousands of messages, it's going to be harder. But yeah, for sure, at least now, you know, it's best to just ignore. Dan is... Yeah, I don't know what's happening with Dan. It's like they're having a break in the game, I think. Or did he lose? Because it's 7 to the power 7, 6 square. I think that game's done, maybe? Aces, Dan, 7. Benjamin Bonzi, 1. Double faults, Dan, 1. First serve rate is 60%. Wins percent on the first serve. Did I see the Pogba training clips? He's been working hard. No, I haven't seen the Pogba training clips yet. I did say I'll go look at them after this game. But yeah, for sure, Pogba is going to be working hard trying to get back into football, 100%. Especially now with the Monaco signing. Receiving points, 1. Dan, 7. Bonzi has 15. Receiving points, 1. Tiebreakers, 1. Bonzi's won 1 tiebreaker. 82% on the first serve win for Bonzi. 79% on the second serve win for Bonzi. Let me ask ChatGPT. You confused me? Okay, yeah, sure. Me uno a nuestra equipa. I'm teaching up for our team in Spanish. Don't need to say in Spanish again. Okay. Like, him and Fatty will be rejuvenated with Pogba setting him up for goals. Yeah, for sure. Ansu Fati hopefully gets back on form. He was meant to be really good, but, you know, he just fell off. And it looks like that Bonzi has 45 points won. Medvedev has 38 points won. Again, 6 games, 7 games. Here, it's 15:30 in their game now, so it has restarted. It looks like they're having a small break. They're having a small break now. It looks like it's been restarted. I feel like I feel like Real Madrid really needs to splash the cash on Mendes. Yeah, Mendes is good. 150 mil. I mean, I'm not saying that's I think that's actually good. I think that's a good value for him, honestly, to be honest. Very, very good left back, best in the world. Ballon d'Or potential candidate for a winner. I do think he should win. There's that match over. They're just showing a match here done. Bonda versus Vitolina. Has to be done, right? 3-6, 1-6. Maybe there... Oh, there's one more slot. I think you do 3 games each, right? Here, they're showing Bonzi versus Medvedev on the screen now. 7-6, and now it's 0-1 currently. Oh, so that was the first game. It was 7-6. So the next game now it's 0-1. Medvedev better win his second game, you know. Hi, Low End. How are you doing? Hope you're doing well. Welcome to the stream, bro. Really appreciate you being out here. We are going to, you know, later as well, guys, of course, do some other stuff. So first of all, after this stream ends in about 15 minutes, we're going to be doing 7 Days to Die at 4 p.m. So that's in about, I think is, so it's 2:30 it ends. Then we go 3:30, so an hour 30 minutes after this. Then we'll do the cooking stream. We're going to make some Mexican food. I'll show you when on the cooking stream what we're going to make. Then we're going to do Deltarune Chapter 4 today, and then Inter versus Fluminense. Something they do best of 5 rounds, and it takes like 4 hours. Okay, I see. Yeah, that's why we're only watching, you know, a little bit, just so I can get used to the game. Used to what's going on here. I'm starting to learn, you know. Starting to learn. So yeah, the second game is going on here, 4-1. For this Cartel Ostapenko game. For Bonzi Medvedev, it's 0-1. You know, always just like seeing the new sports. That's why I do like, though. F1, I'll for sure watch again, 100%. Maybe I'll just watch the final for this tournament as the next game. Or the quarters, or semis, or final. We'll have to see. I need to get better at the tennis lingo and, you know, the knowledge, though, of course, first. And then, you know, find out, you know, where I can watch all the games. Not at once, but, you know, all the games are interesting. You guys sit down with food for the cooking stream or else you'll starve. Yeah, 100%. 100%. Yeah, make sure you get some food out because you might get hungry. It's going to be good. Hopefully we can make it nice and good. I got all the ingredients as well, which is all nice. What's the worst thing I ever ate? Probably Brussels sprouts. Worst thing, I hate Brussels sprouts. I absolutely hate them. My least favorite vegetable, I think. I got 2 least favorite vegetables. Brussels sprouts and peas. I haven't eaten a single pea since I was about, like, 5 years old or 4 years old. I haven't eaten one. So I hate them. Brussels sprouts, I've eaten one all the time. Your uncle wants a cockroach soup. He said it was good. What in the world? No way. Now, there's no way you're telling the truth there. Oh my goodness, that is disgusting. What is that? Nah. Cockroach soup. Cockroach. Nah. Nah, I couldn't handle that. 100%. If I ever ate cockroach soup, I'd try and die. You love wasabi? Yeah, same. I love wasabi peas. Or chickpeas I'm fine with too. But regular peas, I haven't eaten one since I was like, you know, 5 or 6. Maybe even younger. Absolutely hate them. Literally tastes like the worst thing on the planet. Probably Brussels sprouts are worse. I've eaten one Brussels sprout in my whole life. And I'll never eat it again. So Bonzi's winning again. 40 here. Match point almost for him. Medvedev is up 1. So, you know, he's not worrying too much at the moment. I mean, the first game was won by Bonzi. But, you know, you always start fresh with the new game. You always try and bring in a new mindset going into, you know, a new start. It's like a fresh slate. There we go. Bonzi's tied up with Medvedev. Maybe he has to worry now. He loves traveling, and he's traveled to like 57 countries. He ate that one in China. Okay, I see. Traveled to 57 countries. That's crazy. Can you do a challenge and eat a bowl of Brussels sprouts? No. I mean, I don't even care if it's a challenge for YouTube. I'll not do that at all. I hate Brussels sprouts that bad. I would eat 0. Also, he's the founder of Maverick Innovation in Dhaka, Bangladesh. Wow. Interesting. But yeah, that's actually crazy. He's traveled to 57 countries. Yeah, that's impressive, traveling that much, and do it? No, don't do it. Don't do it. And that is going to be something on here. I wasn't even paying attention to this game. I was just looking at the scoreline for the other one. Bonzi Med Dan is 115, 115. I'll watch the video over and over. I don't even care if you watch the video over and over. I would never do that on my life. Eat that disgusting stuff. There's two things I'll never eat. Brussels sprouts and peas. It's something I'll never eat. But even if, Mr. Beast came here and said, I'll pay you 10 million to eat them. A bowl. I don't care. I'm not doing it. Top 5 favorite foods. Pizza. Very broad. Pizza. Very broad again is burgers. Tacos. Very broad again. What else do I like? Trying to think here. Those 3. Probably the top 3. Then there's, I guess, lamb biryani. I really like it, honestly, but only if it's got like the sauce. It's got the bread on the side for sure. And then the last one, just picking any. I don't really have a top 5. Maybe enchiladas or burrito, something Mexican again. I just like Mexican food. Maybe spaghetti bolognese, actually, I do like that. Tennis would be better if when the ball hit the ground, it sends a mild electric shock to the player. Yes, of course, that would be much better. Also like dal, to be honest. I like dal. Yes, I like biryani. I eat it pretty much all the time. Definitely come to Southeast Asia. In Saudi, right, that's like, there's so many biryani restaurants and everything. Like, it's insane. So many, curries, rice. I guess Cabs is also pretty good too. But yeah, it looks like Bonzi, Medvedev. Medvedev looks like he's going to get about the win here with the 140. Bonzi's 130. Medvedev has the ball as a serve. And let's see this one here, if he's going to serve this one up nice and good to get his, clutch up. Yeah, and there we go, 2-1. So Dan has got, back in here with the 2-1. It's nice and good. You can eat deer biryani in special events. And deer biryani? Interesting. I've never eaten deer before. Don't know what it tastes like. You can eat, I think you can eat camel kabza here as well. I've tried camel meat before. Actually, it's good. Yes, same wavelength, same train of thought there. Yeah, camel tastes good. Tastes very good. There's like a Brazilian like meat restaurant where you go and I think they have in a lot of countries where you go into these like Brazilian platter restaurants. They go and serve out meat every time. They like come to your table and give you some, and then they keep coming and coming. Yeah, eventually they would start with like beef, then they go to lamb, then they go to chicken, then they go to after that they went to camel, and they bring it out, and it was actually so good. It was like the first time I had it. It was very good. I've had it some other places too. It's like it's like a saltier sheep, honestly. It's the best way to describe it. Yeah, I highly recommend it. It tastes good. It's kind of like, a camel's basically like a sheep here. There's like so many of them that's, it's not a rare animal. And there is going to be just absolutely nothing happening in this game. I don't even know what's happening at this point. It looks like Ostapenko's might be getting the second point again. Though we did see, they absolutely fumbled because they were leading 5-10 or whatever the score was, 5-30. And then Cartel came back from 2 down with 2 points, and then they come back up and win that game 7-5, which is insane. So that's pretty crazy. Currently, Ostapenko 440, Cartel 215. Wouldn't be surprised if Cartel pulls an absolute stunner and wins this. Dan chances dropped by 25%. That's crazy. I know, because he is, currently losing a match. He's lost 1 match. He's got a couple more. It's 2-1 in this next match here. But Bonzi's winning 130, Dan 2-0. It looks like every time Dan gains a point, Bonzi just really comes back and gets the point back again, Retum. That's what it seems like. for sure. That's, yeah, definitely what it seems like there. And that is going to be... How many points do we have now? Just refreshing my scoreboard page here. Let's see how many points our guy has. Dan, what do you got up here? It's 2-2 now. Bonzi's come back. Knowing Danny's clutch, don't worry, okay? I'm not going to worry then if he's notoriously clutch. Because it's currently 2-2. Maybe Dan, you know, getting the win here for Dan would be big. If he gets the win in the second match, that'll be a big, you know, W. Because it puts him really confident for the third one. Of course, smash like for confidence. And it's going to be now a little bit of a break. Bonzi gets the first point in the 2-2. And they're just showing it's a little bit of a halftime break here. The referee is just, you know, indicating some stuff. Bro, those tennis kids look so weird when they're running around. It's actually weird. They actually look like AI, I gotta say. They look like some sort of, like, robots or AI or something. They're, like, all in position like this. And it's like, what are you doing? Absolute embarrassment for yourself there. Okay, here we go. Just looking at this Cartel Ostapenko game to actually get some game watching and get some game knowledge. Good rally going on. Bonzi's now losing to Dan 230 to 215. I heard they will replace Leisman for electronic systems. Yeah, supposedly. You're talking about in football, right? Or are you talking about in tennis CDF? Because I don't know about tennis. I do know in football, supposedly they're trying to look at it. In your opinion, Kachi Goat Biryani is goated. I've never tried. So maybe I'll have to try that one. I've never tried goat meat either. So yeah. Mate, we'll have to give that one a taste. But here we go. This is the next one. Cartel taking the... Why do I say that in a really weird way? Cartel, it's meant to be Cartel because they're from United Kingdom. Now it's going to be Ostapenko, though, who is, I think, going to get that point there. Yeah, 530, 215. There's no way Ostapenko fumbles from this position again. You know, they did fumble the first round from the exact same position where Cartel was 215, Ostapenko 530. They should really get this one. Get the dub. Here we go. See if they get the dub. I'll just watch this game until they get the dub, and then we might end the stream there. There's a absolute fumble again from Ostapenko. It looks like it's going to be two... Oh, it's going to be 540. Okay, it looks like Cartel might have hit that out. Oh, you heard it was tennis. Oh, probably football. So, yeah, I heard in football that they're going to do it for the linesman. But for... not yet, but they are looking into it. But for tennis, yeah, that would be better. You know, because why have these, like, goofy-looking, like, children run around the field? It's, like, kind of weird. I know, they're acting a bit like robots to me. It's a bit strange. Like, they're all standing... There's one standing at the back like this. Like, why are you doing that? Like... I know it's probably... They've been told to do it, but it just looks like... a bit strange. I couldn't... If I was the person on that field there, I would not be doing those sorts of... Like, postures and gestures, you know. But there we go. It's 6-2. It looks like that Ostapenko won the second game there. So it's tied up 1-1 in their game of the women's singles. Cartel 7, and then Ostapenko 5 in the first one, and then Ostapenko 6, and Cartel 2. It's going to be painstaking now, 2 hours more at least. Yeah, unfortunately, I can't stream for 2 hours more this event. I'm so sorry, Retum. You know, I got some of the event in at least, you know. I enjoyed my time watching. Hi, Dorito Chip. Yes. What is the problem, sir? Also... Let's just check up on this Bonzi Medvedev game. 3-2. Can you watch the Yankees versus, I know, I think Cardinals 7 US time. Okay. There is a time slot available between the two matches, Inter and the Man City's game, but we'll have to see if this fits in. US to KSA. Is it New York time, right? Because USA has a bunch of different time. Major League Baseball, you should listen to Dorito Chip. Yeah, Major League Baseball's, I've heard it's good. 2 p.m. Monday. So that's... Is it tomorrow? New York time. It's 7... What time is it? 7 p.m. US time? Or is it 7 a.m. US time? I'm guessing it's 7 p.m., right? Because it hasn't happened. It's today, right? Is it today? Because if it's today, yeah, let me check as well. I'll just search up Yankees versus the Cardinals. Yankees game. Yankees schedule. Okay. Yeah, it's in like 11 hours. Okay. Well, I'll just quickly see New York Yankees schedule. Because if I know the exact time, there is a time slot that I can watch. So, let's see. Where are we? We are what day today? We're the 30th. It's against the Blue Jays. Yeah, the Blue Jays. It's at 7:07 p.m. EDT. So, 7:07 p.m. EDT to KSA is what? 2:07 a.m. today. So tomorrow, I can watch it. I can actually watch it, which is great because there's a small margin where I can watch. You know, I don't know how long does the game last. How long do baseball games last? I don't know. Because there is a margin where I can watch it between the 12 a.m. match. Sorry, the 11. Well, what time is this match here? Inter versus Fluminense, and between as well Al Hilal versus Man City. There's 9 innings, like on average, you'd say. Average MLB game time. 2 hours and 36 minutes. Okay, there. If it's 2 hours and 36 minutes, I wouldn't be able to watch the whole match, that is. I would only be able to watch for about 1 hour, 45 minutes. That is the probably the most I can watch it for. Because, of course, there is another match that I, am trying to do all of them for. So, yeah. Is that fine if I only watch an hour 45? You can do, like, 6 innings. Yeah, sure. I'm sure, someone might be decided by then. I don't know, again, how baseball works too well. By 7 innings, yeah. So I'll watch 1 hour, 45 minutes of it. Yeah, at least we're watching some, Again, like this, I won't watch the whole of this because this is going to be an insanely long time. I'll probably end it actually here just so I can have a break because if I watch that baseball game, I'm going to have absolutely no break. Let me just one more time confirm I can watch that. Just so I'm not making broken promises. So 10 p.m. Inter versus Fluminense. 4 a.m. Man City versus Al Hilal. Yeah, I can watch it because it starts 2:07 a.m. Okay. Smash like for that. But thank you guys so much for watching this tennis stream with me. First time watching tennis. Again, not saying the full time just because I've got some other streams planned, and I need a break. But yeah, I will be watching some other sports. I will be getting some more knowledge on tennis. Hopefully, our guy Dan can win his game. He's currently 3-15 to 3. He did lose the first round. But yeah, hopefully he can get the dub there. Very enjoyable match as well in the women's singles here. Cartel versus Ostapenko. Very, lots of stuff going around there. It's looking interesting. But yeah, also don't become a Mets fan. Okay, yeah, I'll just follow neutrally, I guess, these other sports because I probably wouldn't follow them, as greatly as football. But yeah, thank you guys so much once again. W's to the rest of the chat. W's to all you guys. And I'll see you in the next stream, which is in an hour and 30 minutes. Okay, it's at an hour and 30 minutes. 4 p.m. my time. It's going to be 7 Days to Die playing with viewers. Yankees, Dodgers, and Rays are the best teams. Okay, yes, for sure. I do know I've heard notorious things about the Yankees. And is Red Sox also a team? Red Sox. Team. Yeah, they're like, Boston Red Sox. I heard a lot about them. But yeah, I'll see you guys in the next stream there. You can tell me more about Dorito Chip on the baseball stream. W's. Mets and Yankees beef, it's different than Messi and Ronaldo. Okay, I see. Well, W's. and see you guys in the next one. Goodbye.